At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
I feel the need for the right speed.
Talk to me, gooseneck.
Looks dangerous.
Lock it in, baby. Lock it in.
Never leave your wingman.
Never, ever leave your wingman.
Every player needs a wingman.
Is that Bernhard?
Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Yes, and this segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound.
Nothing comes close.
Are you a C or an E? We'll find out at touredge.com. I think Billy is going to be the C, and I'm going to be the E because it's official. Tour Edge has signed Big John Quick and Bill the Godfather Cuevas to another year, and we are playing with Tour Edge clubs.
Whoa, you guys are like big deals.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the big C.
And I'm the big E. Not from WWE, but I'm the big E. Yes.
I'm the big E.
And good news. The Wingman putter is back in stock with Tour Edge Golf. So get on over there and never leave your wingman. Bill, the Godfather Cuevas, and I, we have our wingman. Mm-hmm. And our wingman has always got our six when we are on the green.
Always.
He says always.
Always.
touredge.com is the website. Hey, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all at Big's Golf Talk. And I'm trying to think, should we even go TikTok?
Ooh. What do you think, Amanda?
Boy.
TikTok, you don't stop.
TikTok in the clock. Yo, TikTok in the clock.
What do you think, Amanda?
I think TikTok would be very, very entertained by the two of you.
They would be very, 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 very.
Like we don't have enough on our plate already, and we're
let's start adding in some time.
I have to tell Mr. McNeely, our counterpart in social media from Disney over there. He just called me while we're on air, so I'm going to let him know that I'll call him right back.
Yes,
because we're on air and I can't talk to him. I'll call you back, George.
One of the topic of discussion, and there's a lot to talk about with this discussion. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say it right now: the Super League has found its kryptonite, and that kryptonite is the PGA Tour. Amanda Spencer, what do you think?
So, just want to throw it out there. It's been said, but it was just officially announced by Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA Tour. Mm-hmm. There will be no flip-flopping. You must pick a side, and if you pick the Saudi League, you will be banned from PGA Tour, period.
Bill, the Godfather Cuevas, Phil Mickelson, one of the biggest supporters of the Super League, is starting to backtrack, brother. He is starting to say that the words were taken out of context. He's no longer 100% supporting the Super League. and he's asking for people for forgiveness on social media. He's starting to see the hurt in his pocketbook. KPMG has dropped Phil Mickelson after many, many years.
Years.
Yes.
Years and
Being
years.
with Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson has hired consultants and lawyers, paid a lot of money to look into this. And I know Bill the Godfather Cuevas, you and I was talking off the air about your opinion. And by the way, all the talk here today on this segment is all opinionated. It's not based on fact. It's my opinion that the Super League has its kryptonite, and it's really now taking hold. And really, the PGA Tour is going to come up on top on this. I've heard from several media people that are saying the Super League is dead. This is not going to happen. Bill the Godfather Cuevas, what say you regarding Phil Mickelson backtracking?
I know you wanted me to mention something about nuts and everything like that, but I mean, yes. Well, they're calling it a failed coup. So he was. I mean, he has damaged himself. He didn't do his homework, in my opinion, before he decided to go all out, get these lawyers involved, big announcement about this and that. What I'm seeing now, and of course everybody's saying, oh, he's backtracking because of XYZ. But one of the biggest articles that I saw that they were talking about was when they brought it to his attention, you're talking about you're backing, the Saudi Arabians and stuff like that, who took over the Asian tour and doing this and that. There was no mentions of all the atrocities that are going on over there. Nobody mentioned anything. They just, what's going on with the people, what's going on with everything else. So everybody saw millions of dollars, money. And we know money, unfortunately, rules the world. So now that they're coming out with what's going on over there, how this money is coming and where it's coming from and what's going on, now the backtrack comes. It wasn't until then that you backed out. Now all of a sudden I got lawyers. You guys are taking money. I don't like the way you do this. Come on, we got the Super 20. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Now all of a sudden I didn't mean that. You know what? Because it's hit in the pocket. When it hits the money, you lose one of your biggest sponsors. How do you recoup that?
Isn't something, so let's take this back to basics. The first thing that you learn in life, in business, is that you never want, like, if you're going to burn a bridge, you got to know that you're done with that. So you really don't ever want to burn the lesson here. Don't burn bridges, because you never know what's going to happen and what. So if Phil would have approached this very differently and said, hey guys, this is what I've been approached to do, but I feel like I can't leave, like I don't know what to do, it would have been handled very differently from the PGA Tour and from Phil's perspective. But instead, he burned a bridge, said, hey, I'm out, 100 million, bye, and then was like, oh, just kidding.
Can I read something real quick?
Absolutely.
It's from ESPN, which I found, and they talk about the conversation Shipnick and Mickelson had, and he told him, he goes, they called them scary mother effers, and that they had killed the Washington Post reporter Jamal Khashoggi, a United States resident in that country, and that they have a deplorable record for human rights violations. And there's watchdog groups all around the world. But yet Mickelson just used the opportunity to recruit people for golf. He's not lost just that one big sponsor. He's lost two major sponsors since doing what he's done. And they're saying there's still more coming. So are people going to be sympathetic to it? We all know if you're going to jump in front of that train, you better be prepared when it hits you, or you're the man of steel and you can stop that train. But how do you defend that? How do you defend going all out? I'm hiring attorneys. We're doing this. You're stealing. You're doing this. You're not being fair. You're not doing this. And then when they tell you, hey, they got the worst for when it comes to human rights violations. You got all world organizations watching them, and they killed a United States reporter.
But how do you not clue into this well before being approached to buy a tour?
Right.
Yeah.
Like how? I don't understand.
You know why?
Issues with Saudi Arabia forever.
Money.
I know.
Money.
It blows my mind. It does. And no, I've never been offered $100 million, but I'm telling you.
Well, Biggs, I just want to announce that quarter that I decided I refused the quarter. I refused it, and I didn't care what it was. I refused it. You know what I mean? So
if you guys are ever going to approach me for $100 million, I'll make sure I do my research first.
You have to. Do you sell your soul to the devil? And what you know?
And now he's
if you
so now let me ask you this.
How
far off? So many people are like bashing Rory McIlroy for his strong comments about calling Phil Mickelson ignorant. Well, apparently that seems to be fact because he was ignorant of the humanitarian that was happening over there.
Yeah.
So apparently now, Rory, who is from, across the pond, has a strong idea what's happening in that area.
Yep.
And, he was strong with his language, but now as this is all unfolding, that language wasn't so strong as much as its truth.
Well,
no, it is.
Honestly, who besides Phil was pushing the Saudi? Everybody else, John Rahm and the big guys, none of them said, "Oh, we're going to do this. We're looking at the opportunity."
Even Bryson DeChambeau,
he came out
and he said, "I'm going to play wherever the best players are going to play," and that's exactly right now on the PGA Tour.
And he came out with that, weeks ago, that he was going to do the, wherever the players are at, that's where he was going to be at.
Right.
No, he didn't come out and say, "This is what I'm going to do. The PGA Tour this, they're stealing this, they're stealing that." Even Tiger, we talked about Tiger in Amanda's segment. Tiger does not go past the questions that are asked. For the first time, he went outside of his character and gave 20 minutes of right in the middle. Yes, the PGA Tour is doing this, but they didn't have social media 20 years ago. They didn't have this, but we do have a great union, which of course we're still going to figure out about their retirement fund and stuff like that. So he played devil's advocate right smack dab in the middle. He never said he was going over there. He stuck true to who Tiger is and let you form your own opinion, but gave you knowledge. A lot of stuff that we didn't know about. He knows. And this is what they're concerned about. But yet, you know what? The PGA Tour gives us a retirement. They give us this. They give us that. And we own it. So whose fault is it if it's not going the right way? If it's owned by the players and doing with the players, then the players are the ones that need to manage that, right? So I think Phil, unfortunately, decided to be the lead. And it's going to cost him money.
Well, now he says he's taking a break. Is that a suspension by the PGA Tour for unbecoming a professional player?
I don't know. I think that Phil, it's unfortunate because Phil, while he's a fan favorite, he always has been. He's always been really loved. Like once he started diving into kind of the social media stuff and like being funny and like all of that, he had so much going for him in that regard where even if he wasn't playing as well or playing as much, he could still grab onto.
Oh, don't forget, I was one of those first people that says when he stops playing golf and competing to win on the PGA Tour, he was going right to the booth, for the money.
Right.
Like to throw all that away and like
it
really
doesn't make sense. It doesn't. No. It didn't make sense. I mean, none of us have ever.
This might push him in the booth faster. You don't think CBS or somebody else is going to take and sign him to the booth? Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as he's not supporting that tour anymore.
I don't know. At this point, I think Phil's going to have to take a little longer break than expected until all this dies down and the Saudi thing goes away. It's unfortunate that money blinds you to what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? We see it here in our own country with a lot of things that happen, not with sports, but just in general when money's involved. But he picked the wrong horse. And unfortunately, you know, he's gonna have to pay the price.
He loves to gamble, right, guys?
He does.
He loves to bet. He
And
loves to
he
gamble.
gambled big.
And he lost the house on this one.
He sure did. I mean, is he really gonna, like, we don't know what his financial stability is. Is it gonna hurt to lose those sponsors? Absolutely. Absolutely 100% it's gonna hurt to lose the money. Is he really gonna suffer much? Probably not. But you know what I mean? At his age and the longevity that he's had going into the Hall of Fame, is he blemished right now? Did you just blemish your reputation?
Absolutely.
I don't know
100% he has.
So,
I don't want to say it's not recoverable.
yeah, well, we know. Yeah.
But it's going to take a while for people to forget.
It is. This
I
is
don't know.
this is different. You attack the main body of where all these people are playing and spoke unfortunately harsh.
Well, I think
what's
also
going on.
if we use Tiger as an example, because he went through something very drastic and like that changed people's views. But the difference is Tiger's issue was a personal issue.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
It wasn't attacking his career base. Like Tiger didn't go out and attack his sponsors or attack who's funding his paycheck for the last number of years. So
Tiger's still gathering sponsors. Tiger's different. You know, you can't. I don't believe that. You know, some of the choices he made, of course.
Sure, but it's
alcohol involved or whatever involved back in the future, past, whatever. But you know what? We never lost Tiger. Tiger has always been to Tiger. He does what he has. And remember what a year ago, 2 years ago, the guy had the shirt on, the arrest Tiger, when Tiger got arrested and stuff like that. He had his mugshot on the shirt. And Tiger, you know, Tiger's walking around and saw the shirt and he just cracked that smile because Tiger kept it real. He didn't make
look,
I didn't do that. Oh, no. There was no excuse to it. He did what he did and went about his business. Yeah. But this thing was going to impact a lot of people. A lot of people, and it was the wrong side, you know. So how does he recoup from it? Only time. I mean, we could be talking about it next year. Where's Phil? Yeah. Where's he at? You know, where he's of age, he can actually go on the senior tour or senior championship or champions tour, whatever they call it now. He could have been there. He could have been making money. He could make money in so many ways if he had done it the right way. Sometimes we don't want it, you know.
It's time to take our wingman putters and putt out here on number 9 and head over to the 10th tee box and stop off at the halfway house and get ourselves a hot dog and a Diet Coke.
And drop a man out. Kick her out.
Take her to the parking lot. Yep. Absolutely. All right. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.